In this video, we'll review security settings for BigPicture, permissions for individual boxes, and permissions for box types. The first thing to know about BigPicture is that it respects Jira permissions. If a user can't see a work item in Jira, they can't see it in BigPicture. Also, the Jira admin who installs BigPicture is automatically the app admin. Before getting started, let's define a BigPicture box. A box is an organizational tool, similar to a folder, where you organize and visualize your project, program, and portfolio elements, such as work items, deliverables, resources, and risks. Now, let's take a look at overall BigPicture permissions. Click the wrench icon in the upper right-hand corner and select Security. The first switch at the top of the page, Permissions for Everyone, is used to give universal app access to all users. Oftentimes, this option is used during assessments, when organizations don't need to configure roles and permissions. For this video, we'll turn that switch back off and then review each app-level role permission. Let's begin with App Admin. Assign this role to a user when you want that person to administer BigPicture, including box types, resources, time box schedules, security, and financials. App admins also have full access to all BigPicture boxes. The next two roles are specific to BigPicture's Financials module. Here, you can set up a user to be a financial admin or a viewer. An app financial admin has full access to the Financials module and can edit hourly rates, while an app financial viewer has access to the Financials module but does not have edit permissions. Note that both of these permissions only apply to boxes the user has access to. Then, the next role grants a user access to BigPicture's Administration Resources tab. Now, let's take a look at the last role, App User. Everyone who uses BigPicture needs to be a BigPicture app user. If someone in your organization wants to use BigPicture, they have to be an app user. Now, let's take a look at box permissions. To begin, open the Home box and go to Configuration, Security. These security settings apply to the selected box, which in our case is the Home box. And since box permissions are inherited in BigPicture, any permissions applied to the Home box cascade to all sub-boxes, becoming global roles. So, if I make a user a box viewer for the Home box, that user can see all boxes in BigPicture. Next, let's review the concept of a sub-box creator. This role allows a user to create a box under the selected box. So, in this example, the user wouldn't be an admin in the Home box, but that person could create boxes under Home. And when a user creates a box in BigPicture, they automatically become that box's administrator. Note that Sub-Box Creator is the only role that does not cascade in BigPicture. Finally, let's review box type permissions. Click the wrench icon, select Box Types, and select one of the box types, for example, Agile. Now click Security Basics. The first setting, Inheritance Mode, is currently set to Own with Inherited. If I change it to Inherited Only, all of the settings for the selected box type, Agile, are removed. meaning that all permissions are inherited and there aren't any individual permissions for the Agile box type. Let's take a look at this setting in practice. We have an Agile box under a portfolio box. When we open that box and click Configuration, there isn't an option for security because all roles are being inherited. Now, let's set the radio button to Own with Inherited. With this setting, I can specify an individual user as an admin for all Agile box types. So, I could have a user who is a viewer on the home box, meaning that person can see all BigPicture boxes. However, for any Agile boxes, that user is now an admin. To summarize, there are 3 distinct security options in BigPicture: overall app roles, permissions for individual boxes, and permissions for box types.